Hey YouTubers, JB Coins here with a very special last minute kind of an emergency, whatever you want to call it, live stream. We've always threatened to do one on a Saturday, and based on demand and a response from you guys to a couple of postings we've done the last day or two, we wanted to go ahead and go live with this to answer your questions, show you what this stuff is, and give you an update. We're hoping we're not too late getting the information out. Hey guys, hey Tony, hey 58, hey Devil Dog. Coins, they're technically metals, but they're calling them the MacCoin. They released earlier this week, and depending on the individual McDonald's owner, franchise owner, they will have different quantities of them at each store, and they will have different years at each store. And I'll explain that real quick for you. What they did was they announced earlier this week that we heard that they were coming out with these coins that you buy a Big Mac and you get a coin with your Big Mac, and the coin itself is basically like a gift certificate. You can turn the coin in for a Big Mac. Of course, none of us are going to turn these in for a Big Mac. Some of these, if you go on eBay, are already going for 20, 30 bucks a piece. What you see in front of you is two complete sets that Sweetie did most of the hunting, but I was up pretty late last night hunting too. What we have is one coin for each decade of the 50 years of the Big Mac. So you have 68 to 78, you have 78 to 88, 88 to 98, 98 to 2008, and then 2008 to 2018. And it says that these things will be accepted in more than 50 countries around the world. It comes in 5 designs celebrating each decade of the introduction of the Big Mac. Collect them all or redeem them for a free Big Mac in any participating McDonald's restaurant in any of those 50 countries. And what, sweetie? Yes, they have different designs on each of the coins. We'll try and show you that if we can get close to them. And try to say hi to you guys too. Hey Stephen, hey Angelica, Max, Lincoln, $1. Yep, it makes no sense. I know, it's crazy, man. When we first saw it the other day, we saw it on our local news. They butchered it really bad, trying to release the information. As we started to go looking for them, each McDonald's was giving us a different version of what these things were going to be. They're made out of brass. How many they would have? The McDonald's in Walmarts, for example, the one franchise told me last night that they got 50,000 each, and that the regular McDonald's got 250,000 each if they wanted them, and they could pick as many years as they wanted. They could have all of them or just one or two. And I went to a McDonald's Walmart today trying to get the last to complete the second set, and they said, no, we only got 50, not 50,000. It's pretty funny. But anyway, the coins are available until the individual McDonald's sells out. And what we did, we didn't eat 10 McDonald's or 10 Big Macs. We actually wound up went in and said, look, we'll pay for the Big Mac. We don't want the food. Give the food to somebody here in the neighborhood that's hungry, that needs a meal, whatever, can't afford a Big Mac. Give them the Big Macs. We just want the coins. And they did. And in fact, the one franchise thought that was so sweet, they gave me a third coin for free. So kind of made out okay on that one. And then when we got down to the last two for the second set, we were actually able to swap some of the doubles we had for the final coin to complete the second set. Part of the reason we did 2 sets, we're all coin collectors. I've seen these opened up on a couple of feeds that people have put up where they've taken them out of the wrapper. As most of us know, when you have something like this, it's usually worth more in the original packaging than if you open it up. So we got 2 full sets because we don't know if we're going to open up a set and go ahead and put them in flips or something like that, or if we're just going to leave them all in the original packaging. For now, they're going to stay the way they are, but it's really kind of cool. And if you guys are old enough to remember, which I'm betting a lot of you guys aren't old enough to remember, when this came out in '68, I was a kid, and they had a commercial that came out to advertise the new Big Mac. And those of you that are old enough will remember that and Sweetie hasn't even heard me do this, the theme song was "To all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun." That was what a Big Mac was. That was their commercial to explain what a Big Mac was. They showed the picture of the double stack burger, and then they had this little theme that was going back and forth. There you go, the theme, yeah, exactly. That, you know, and that was a thing when we were kids. And I think back in the day, if I remember right, in the 60s or 70s, they had a contest that if you could come in during this contest period, and if you could actually say that without, you know, butchering it, making a mistake, or sing it the way the commercial was, that you got a free Big Mac, you know. But that was a long time ago. As far as how much they're worth, Danny, for example, Currency, welcome, Alicia. I'm trying to keep up with everybody, but I'm trying to get this information out because the most important thing you guys need to know is these have been out for at least a day or 2. What we did find out today, there's all kinds of different versions of, you know, how many are available. Originally, we were told it was going to be 1 day only, and then you'd be able to redeem them on such and such a day, whatever. These things are out there, but they're only out there until the individual store runs out. And supposedly they won't get resupplied. Now that depends on the individual franchise owner, how big he is, how big his sales are, and how he ordered them. So you may still be able to get them. Okay, why did I just get a notification now? That's a good question. Yesterday we posted it up on Facebook. So if you guys aren't signed up to our Facebook page, you ought to sign up to that too, because we put notifications up there. We put a lot of information up there and even some videos from time to time. And the notification bell on here, because we put it into the community section of our main page, and we got a lot of responses there. And what we posted yesterday, Sweetie was up for I don't know how late. She was answering like 100 and some responses. So that's why we scrambled to get the rest of the coins first, because we only had 3, and it was like, okay, we got to get the rest of them before we can shoot this. So let's see. Yes, I remember Coin Collecting Texas. Hey, G, no, dude, no, we're not buying any coins, but I appreciate it. Hey, Daryl. Hey, Earl. Yes, I remember maybe way later. Was young in '68. Yeah, I was technically young in '68, but I was, you know, I wasn't a little kid. I was old enough to remember. Let's put it that way. So this was probably the best part of 1968. '68 was a very bad year here in the States. Other than that. Let's see. Currency Hunter 88 would like to get some subs. He's trying to get to 200 before school starts, which is in a couple weeks. So if you guys can, go give him some love, help get him to 200. We'll probably, you know, we're subscribed. Okay, cool. I got my Sweetie in the background. For those of you that are new, never been here before, my wife, I call her Sweetie. She's the B in JB Coins. I'm the J, obviously. Those are just initials we go by. If you watch the video on our channel, it explains that. But hey, Earl, aloha, man. Corrigan, welcome. I wasn't even around in 68. That's what I said, is a lot of you guys that are on the channel probably weren't around. Some of you folks like Devil Dog and some other folks probably were around like myself. My sweetie was too young to have remembered. And uh, uh, yeah, she wouldn't have been exposed to these, let's put it that way. But it's really cool because they do a slightly different design. The Big Macs featured on each coin, but they do a slightly different design for each decade. And so on the bottom row here, you can see that the coins are face up in the packages, except for this one. That's, I believe, 2000, what is it, 98 to 2008. So that one, we don't have one with the burger facing up. This one is for example, is the last in the series. It's the 2008 to 2018. And you can see all the technology stuff around it, which is a vast contrast to the original one, which is the sun's rays going up. And then the 70s, it's, all about the moon and stuff. Let's see, what do they got here in the 80s? Oh, the 80s, it's a big party, So, yeah, you can still get them. And like I say, basically you just have to buy a Big Mac, or do what we did, which really seemed to help because a lot of the places were slammed. We got to a couple of them when they weren't real busy. They start selling them supposedly at lunchtime, but we were hitting ones that were open at 24 hours and everything else. And we just bought the coins, and we just said, give the food to somebody that needs it, or can't afford to get their kids, or down the street if there's somebody hungry that homeless person or something, give it to them. And we also had the thought after we started doing this that once we collected these, if we had a little extra money, it'd be kind of a cool way to give back to the community, to or help the homeless people, because you could buy somebody that's homeless or hungry a Big Mac, and then you could get this token, and you could either give it to them and tell them, hey, the next time you're hungry, go back to McDonald's, give them the token, and you'll get another Big Mac. Or you could give the token to another homeless person or another hungry person, and they would get to eat. So you get basically 2 meals out of the thing. So it was kind of a cool thing, and it was kind of fun. It was kind of like a treasure hunt trying to find them all. But like we say, it was fun looking for them. But the best information that we have right now is, Sherry, I worked there twice in my 40 years. Not now, no way. Yeah. And Peeps, yeah, gotta get the Peeps, man. I'm old school. It's the yellow Peeps. That's it. I don't do the purple. I don't do any other stuff. It's yellow Peeps. Hey, pause. Smash the like button. That would be cool, man. We got 16 thumbs up anyway, but yeah, I mean, we thought we'd get up here, kind of do it real quick, for just for fun, but also, like we said at the beginning in the intro, Bama, welcome. Sherry, welcome. We got such an amazingly quick and intense response to posting it in the community thing, that are you going to get the coins? And then emails and community comments and Facebook comments. Facebook was where you had the heaviest. So over on Facebook, she got slammed like, what, 100 and something? Yeah. In an hour. So so she answered them, and so it was like, okay, we got to get this out. So we did wait till we had the 2 full sets, like I said, and I don't know if it's too late, depending on where you live. They said that as long as they have the coins, they're going to continue to sell them. But once they're sold out, supposedly then they will, they'll be done at that particular franchise. But it's not like a drop dead date where all the McDonald's will stop selling them at a given time. Yeah, some my sweetie popped in my ear because she was out hunting too, and she said some of them told her that they might be out, still have them next week. Now the Walmart that I stopped at, the McDonald's there, they said they were only given 50, and they sold out like in the first hour. But then the franchise owner I met last night told me that franchise owners, if they ordered the full quantity, could get 250,000. So, Steven, are they going to be worth money? They already are, man. Go look on eBay. Depending on the year, some of these are, people are asking like 30, 50 bucks, that kind of thing, in the original packaging. So, if we wanted to make a quick buck, we could sell these 5 and maybe get 150 to 250 bucks for probably $25 investment, if that, for what we paid for them. But long term, they're probably going to be worth money because a lot of people didn't know about them. A lot of families went in and just bought Big Macs and got these. So what I'm a little curious to see longer term is what happens when families that aren't coin collectors that bought these, are they going to hang on to them, throw them in a drawer somewhere, or are they going to turn around and turn the coins in?
In most places, you have to ask.
What, sweetie?
In most places, in most McDonald's, you have to ask to get the coin with Big Mac. Otherwise, they will not
Oh,
give you.
okay. She's saying that what she was told was in most places at McDonald's, you have to ask to get the coin in the Big Mac. Otherwise, you might not get it. So, but my question that I was starting to kind of ponder was, as these things are consumed, if you will, like the burgers, and people that don't collect coins use them as the tokens they are, then what's McDonald's going to do with the people, with the coins that the people turned in? And they did tell me that once you open the package, you can't bring them back for a refund. But you can stream from us is hit that like button. But are we back up? It looks like we might have reconnected, but we got a dead screen there. Is there anybody there? Lincoln, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Pause says yep. All right. Cool. Justin, cool. Thank you. Daryl, thank you. I'm here. I hear you. Coin store, you're good. Thanks. So, like I say, hopefully this helps some of you guys. The funny thing was in the community section of our main page, when I got home from work and I opened it up and looked at it today, I think there were only 16 or 18 comments in there this afternoon, and most of them were like, "What are you talking about? What Big Mac coins? What? How do you get them? What?" So we kind of, like I say, we quick scrambled, got the rest of them, and put this together, and then we waited basically until most of you guys would be home from work and have access. So hope you guys are having a great Friday night. Got any questions? We're here. Might as well answer a couple quick questions if you got any. Pause. Got the Garrett Pro Pointer AT with Z-Link wireless technology. Very cool, man. Did you just get the Pro Pointer AT, or did you get the AT with the Pro Pointer? The whole metal detector. Because I know they've got the AT Pro, the AT Gold, and now they got the AT Max that's supposed to be like some miracle thing. Buffering here, anybody else? We're not buffering finally again. What did you do with the Big Macs? Hey, Clash, came in late. What we did was we basically told them we didn't want the Big Macs, and if there were any homeless in the area or any families in the area that needed the food, to please give them to them. And there were a couple places where they said, well, do you want us to just give them to like the next person that orders them or something, and you're treating? And I said, yeah, that's fine, whatever. Just give somebody the food that needs the food. We don't need to eat, 10 Big Macs, and we just want the coins and just give it to the folks that need a meal. So it was kind of cool. It was a fun adventure. It was a fun way for us to kind of scatter, and then we would call each other and say, okay, I got a 78 to 88. What do you got? You know, and trying to figure it out, you know. John C. just got here late, new to your channel, and are these out now? Yeah, you're yeah, you are getting here late. Welcome to the channel. Please subscribe if you haven't already. You know, and hit the notification button. Obviously, you might have already done that because you got the notice to be here, because this is definitely unscheduled. These are out now. They've been out for a day or two. I think they came out. We found out about them yesterday, and initially they said they were locally on the news. They said they were only one day. And then we started going out looking for them, and we started hearing different stories from the different franchises. And of course, depending on which shift you went to, and you know who was working, whether they really cared or whether it was a pain in the butt having to do this, you got different answers. And then finally, towards the end of gathering all these up, we found out, you know, that each franchise had the option to get 250,000, and that wasn't entirely true either, but they get them. It's all states that will have these, all McDonald's, even McDonald's in Walmart's, but Walmart's only get 50. But the McDonald's franchise can get as many as 250 if they want, 250,000 if they want them. They can get only 1 year, or they can pick all 5 years if they want to. And it's up to the owner of each franchise. So that's why it's different. There were a couple franchises we went to where we got the 78 to 88, and we got the, you know, the 2008 to 2018, and that was it. That's all they had, and that's all they were getting. So then we had to go to another franchise and see what they had. And so it was a lot of scrambling around. All 50 states will have these until they run out, and they're good. If you decide to use them, the little packet that's in here talks about the Big Mac, and it talks about the fact that these will be honored in 50 countries around the world for the free Big Mac. So, what, sweetie? Yeah, it's kind of like universal money, you know. I think in the last 50 years since the Big Mac came out, I know I've heard that there's a Big Mac in Kuwait. A lot of the guys that were going in and out of country over there to the Sandbox would hit the Big Mac, the Big Mac store on the way in or out of the Sandbox. Pause. The Pro Pointer is a small handheld carrot-looking detector. Cool. That sounds interesting. I'll have to check that out. Silver Baggins. Hey, dude. They are only giving these out in the USA, correct? You know, I'm assuming that's the case. It doesn't say that they're giving them out overseas. It just says that you can turn them in overseas in 50 countries. And the cool thing on the bottom of the thing here, if I can get it up to the camera clear enough, coin made in USA. How cool is that, man? It's American made. It's for 140 bucks. Wow. I'm gonna have to definitely check that out. Antonio, how's it going, man? Wonder what the total mintage will be for these. The number that I've heard, and there's so much bad information even from McDonald's, is like 4 million. You know, but if you do the math really quick in your head, if one franchise can get 250,000, they're not all getting that quantity. Silver says 6 million. So I mean, that's the thing. It's somewhere in that range. So you know, but that's spread out over all the franchises that participate. And some franchises might say, you know what, I don't want to mess with it. And if they do, it's a huge mistake, because almost everybody, everywhere we went, except for one or two, were packed, and most of them sold out, you know. So figure 6 million Big Mac coins, and a Big Mac meal going for $5.71, because I bought so many of them here. In big cities, it's probably more with taxes and all that. You're talking $30+ million in a day or two, just Big Macs. And if a lot of folks did like we did, where they didn't even eat the food, they said, just keep it, just give us the coins. Right there, they made on 10 coins, they made $50 on us, without having to use any product. So it's actually a fairly low mintage compared to what we get in circulating coin. As far as comparing it to like a mint coin or something that's got 100 or 200,000 mintage. Some of the coins we've gotten, obviously from Grove Minting, they're way lower, 750. So in that respect, the mintage is higher than what a normal coin would be. But for something like this, it's basically a token. They're calling it a coin. It's technically probably a metal or a token. It'll probably fall into that category, like a lot of old collectibles. But we're going to keep it in the original packaging. We're going to treat it just like a coin. We're going to make sure that we protect these packages, and that we put them away just like we do our coins, so that Mark, I would have ate the 10 Big Macs. That's too funny. Sherry, 2 times I worked, 3 years and 5 years. Oh man, God love you. Is the sandwich or the coin? I missed that one. Shoot, sorry. Is it true NGC is grading them? I hadn't heard that, dude. That would be too funny. Yeah, imagine they could. I mean, imagine they could, because Grove Minting, for example, he's making the pattern coins, the replicas of old coinage, and he's making them out of various metals. Some are silver, some are bronze, brass, copper, and he gets them graded by Annex, I believe. We've got a couple of graded ones from him, from his production, and he gets a pretty high grade on them too. So I imagine they would grade them if you put them in. They grade subway tokens, so why wouldn't they grade these? McToken is a great name. JB, what's the giveaway? If you check on our list of videos, about 5 or 6 videos down, there's the 40,000 subscriber video going on. It's been right now. There is no giveaway. We're not doing a giveaway. We're just kind of talking to you guys, getting the word out on this thing, because we got so much demand. Did you just put that? Sweetie's giving you some grief there. Pause. But yeah, if you get these, you get it with your Big Mac, and then they're actually exchangeable. Obviously, for those of you that are late, you can turn the coin in and get a free Big Mac. That was the concept of it. I ate 5 Big Macs, brought back memories of eating 10. Silverhound, yeah. I'm older now, so I stay within my limits. That's funny, man. So Paula, well, hey, how you doing? I don't know if I saw you earlier or not. Welcome. So yeah, it's like we say, it just, she was monitoring the Facebook. She put it up on the Facebook, and got 100 plus responses in less than an hour that she had to answer them all, because I was at work. It was yeah, most of the time when you're sending stuff to there, you're usually talking to her. So but what is a 99 nickel worth? Don't know, man. Right now my brain is 2 all beef patties, a special sauce, lettuce, chief pickles, onions, and a sesame seed bun. Paul, I got my package, loved it, thank you very much. You're very welcome. Enjoy. So anyway, we've been up here, I can't even see how long we've been up here. Yeah, we've been up here about half an hour, almost half of a live stream. So like we said, wanted to have some fun, get the word out, show you that we are actually as crazy as you think we are, and we got 2 full sets. Um, and we will have our regular live stream tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern. That should be fun too. And let's see, Karen saying the gentleman who invented Big Mac was from Uniontown, PA, had 68 franchises, died a year and a half ago. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of franchises. Even back in the 70s, those things, 70s and early 80s, I think, those things were going for about $1 million a pop plus to get a franchise. And you had to qualify to get it even if you had the $1 million cash. These are great for preppers. Always be able to get a Big Mac when. yeah. I can see the Big Macs being open after that happens, right after the government opens. Anyway, so hope you guys can find these if you're interested in getting them. At least you guys know, and if somebody mentions them, you can kind of pass it along. And we wanted to get that out there, answer the questions, and wish you all luck. And again, hopefully we'll see you guys tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern at our regular live stream. Oh, I'm sorry. Tomorrow's Saturday. I'm all screwed up. Sunday, we will see you at 8 o'clock Eastern. Been working so much, I didn't realize what day of the week it was. So yeah, we'll see you Sunday, 8 o'clock Eastern, like I keep saying. And till Sunday night, guys, have a good weekend. Good luck. And J&B, signing off.